bang.
What's up, everybody? It's your host, Cleric Dragoon, and my co-host today is a special guest, Brad Weatherington from Twitter. He's going to be commentating with me today. So with no further ado, let's take a look at this war. And we'll take a look at it. It's against a clan, level 6 clan called Uruguay Official. And as you guys can see, it was a tight war. Got a little sticky at the top, but we came through it, the victor, and everybody was happy. So Brad, we're going to start this war off with Cleric Beetle, and I'm going to let you commentate on this. So give me your thoughts about this army comp and base.
Okay, so just going into it, when I look at this base, I can see that there's not any real threat in the core to hogs. This is a good army comp for what she's trying to do. Once they're in the middle, you have just mortars and air defense. There's not a lot of point defense to worry about. And in addition to that, there's not a lot of places for bomb sets. You have one far right top with the Archer Tower, and a few others kind of on the outside of the base. So there's not any good locations for Teslas or bombs. My only concern going into this attack would be, is there a troll Tesla somewhere in the corner, surrounded by bombs? So I would kind of, maybe keep a few hogs in the back, 3 or so for that. But other than that, I mean, this is going to be a throwback to 2013, Lord of the CC, get it killed, and then just spam hogs in there. I'm ready to go when you are.
All right, well, as we start, Brad, once we get the CC kill, let's speed up through the poisoning part of the CC kill and then slow it back down during the main attack. So let's hit the button. If you're ready, I'll start and you start.
Yep.
Go.
I'm at the Lord. We got a Tesla pop right there. And she's, looks like she's prying for a few bombs here, and she found one right there. So kind of confirms the suspicion of bombs in the interior of the base, kind of, and there she's prying some more. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to this poison. You see she does a good stagger drop, lets the poison work for a few seconds before she drops a second. I went ahead and slowed it down. At this point, she's basically just doing what's known as an Asian wall, where she goes along the entire side of the base with her hogs.
Right.
And with the base where there's not a double giant bomb set and weak defenses, definitely a viable strategy, I think, at Town Hall 8. You can see, once she's in this core, the hogs aren't even taking any heat, so she can be really patient on that last spell.
Yeah.
Wait for it to get out.
And they caught a bomb. They caught a bomb going in on that right side over there.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would have healed the pack on the lower right. I probably would have healed the top pack there, just because it was a larger group of hogs. Or maybe even held on to it longer. But
yeah, you gotta know, and we talked about it. Beetle is a novice hogger, and so she is still kind of learning hogs. She has been working with dragons for quite some time, and so her hogs are now maxed, and she is kind of stretching her legs with the hogs. So this is all a learning curve for her. And by the way, she's got golems on the way, Brad. So we're going to see some go-hos out of her very shortly.
Yeah, but I think if you're a newish Town Hall 8 and you're asking what should I upgrade, how should I attack the 3-star in war, I would definitely recommend going straight after those level 4 hogs, max out those hills, and do what she just did.
Oh, I agree with that wholeheartedly. All right, that's a nice 3-star by Beetle. And now let's go on to our next person here, Kovic. And we'll stop this replay here. So what do you think about this army comp for this base, Brad?
Same kind of concepts as the first base in terms of there not being a worrisome double jump bomb set inside of the core of the base. You can see in front of those storages on the outside, there's a space for it. And there's also no room for a Tesla. So you have to assume, again, either there's Teslas on the exterior inside the base or somewhere trapped kind of in a corner, trolling a little bit. So I think he's bringing a golem right here, so he's obviously going to go after that king with that and hog the rest, I think.
Yeah, and so if he does get lucky and goes after the king right there and goes into that area and does get pay dirt on that big bomb, he can basically cut this base into quadrants and take the other three out under heels. So let's see what he does. Let's take a look. I'm gonna hit play, and here we go. We're gonna do a little CC pull, and he gets that. And did he pull that? I missed what he pulled. Was that a hog or an archer? Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward through that.
Okay.
Once that drag goes down, boom, I'm going to start the go weave portion. And as Golem's down, the kings come out to meet the Golem. And here come the wall breakers. And it's looking really nice at this point, isn't it, Brad? The funnel's great. I mean, everything's going good. That Tesla is working those wizards there right now, I'm telling you. It is.
Yeah.
Whew. But I don't see a big bomb yet. Let's hope that king gets a big bomb, because once that happens, oh, there it is. Golem set it off. That's what we needed for this to work out. I don't know about you, Brad, but to me, if your kill squad doesn't get a bomb location, it just makes your end of the raid harder. And as you can see here, he hit a big bomb going in with his hogs. He's got a little Asian wall line, it looked like. But he had to
I'll say one thing.
What's that?
So you mentioned cutting the base in quadrants. So he went in with a golem, and he actually cut up the base right there, and then he went in from the opposite side. Now, if he had went in from the right side, I think his hogs might would have passed a little bit better here.
I think you're right, Brad. I think you're right. And there was much more group defenses on that right side. He would have probably had to hit those big bombs towards the end of his hog run. Yeah, but I think you're right. I like the way he held those back-end wizards, though, to help out on cleanup. You know me, Brad. I never do that. I go ahead and dump everything, spam it in, and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that's a really good trait. I mean, I've never looked at the front end of an attack and said, well, if I had two more wizards there, it would have been 3 stars. But it's always that if you don't hold on to them, you wish you had them, you know?
Yeah, true. That's true. All right, Brad, we got into that. Good job, Kovich. Nice attack. And we're going to scroll on to number 8, and we'll start that replay and pause. And as you can see, this is Delirium Shoddy. And Brad, what do you think about this base versus the Army Comp?
Yeah, so I mean, I still like hogs for this base. He decided to do dragons for some really obvious reasons. But if you were to hog it, you can see again, no real bomb threat inside of the core. But he has really exposed air defense here. You can get when it's this exposed, you can get really playful with bringing a bunch of hogs, you know, and not zap quaking. But any Town Hall 8 at this point in the game, if you have an air defense that's maybe 2 levels, 2 defenses behind the outside of the wall, to where you can get 1 air defense down with a CC hog, maybe a few of your own, then zap quick the second air defense. As long as you're bringing your dragons in from behind the sweeper, the base is going to be done.
Like
so I imagine he's going to take up.
I'm looking at this base, and I'm thinking, what did this guy have? I mean, what was he thinking? I mean, it looks like to me maybe he got hit by a bunch of go wipes or something. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do not get it. But anyway, continue on, Brad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. So so you could hog this base because it is such a bad layout, but he took the safe route, and he's going to hog 1, zap quake a second, and drag the rest. Let's see how this works out.
All right, here we go.
He drops a hog for the Lord, and you can't quite tell if he got it all. So he drops the second one right there. And at that point, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 wizards, an archer, and a balloon. So that should be the CC. So that's a good pull.
Right.
Drops his first poison, or his only poison, sorry.
Yeah, and it looks like he didn't get them all, Brad. Let's see what he does to recover from that. There you go.
Yep.
I knew he'd do something.
So just a side note for you, Max, Town Hall 8. 2 level 6 lightning will take out a level 5 air defense. So if you see that, you don't have to zap quick it. You can just use 2 lightning and be good to go.
Nice. Looks like he failed to kill that CC, Brad, so he's going to have to do something there to get that last air defense.
Yep. Work a little bit. But again, I mean, at this point, once you have 2 air defenses down, even if that third air defense is in the middle of the base, you're still fine. You're still good to go.
Now I see he funneled into that air defense over there on the right side, but it looks like his dragons just broke bad on the funnel.
Yeah, I think he probably could have afforded to go wider on that funnel. He probably was nervous about getting that third air defense down, and he really shouldn't have been. So that's I think he could have funneled a little bit wider and been a little bit better off in terms of pathing. But I think this is still you got a lot of dragons still up, so I think he's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing as king. Maybe the king is to try to get the drags to break back to the core. What do you think?
Yeah, just putting it along there, take out some garbage.
Take out some garbage. I hear you. Yeah, it looks like to me this big clump up here on the that's working on that left top. They're going to be able to come in and sweep in and take out the rest of these defenses.
Yeah, at this point, the only real concern is the black air mine comes up and pops you.
You know, Nam said that as we were watching this attack. I was talking to Nam as this attack was going through, and he said that same thing. He was like, "Well, we're good to go as long as he don't hit no black air mines."
And there's one right there.
Yep, and that dragon is toast. But watch how this king helps. I remember this. This king is beating on this wizard tower right here at the end, and he's helping this dragon just totally take out this wizard tower. So.
Now he was hitting the wall right there.
Well, I know, but he was damaging that wizard tower. But you know how the king damages the.
Oh yeah, I didn't care about that. He can reach over the wall.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, that wraps that up. Good job, Shotty. Nice attack. We're going to scroll up to number 7, which is me on my wife's account. Brad, you know what? I'm not going to do this one. I'm going to let you do this one. I'm just going to let you commentate on my attack.
All right.
So what do you think about this army count, Brad, and this base?
Yeah, good army comp. It's fine. It's pretty much what I'd probably run myself. But this is definitely, for this war, probably the best layout we've seen so far.
I'll tell
a
you,
little creative.
when I looked at this base, I pre-make my army comps. I know that's a dreaded no-no, but I just pre-make my army comps on my minis because I don't play them. Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Broke up a little bit on me.
Okay. Well, see, I don't play my minis during the week, and so I just go ahead and pre-make my army comps. And I know that's a dreaded no-no in the war community, but I do that on my minis. There's no need to get concerned about Town Hall 8 attacks for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made a go-ho, and honestly, this base, agree or disagree, I think this base is more like maybe a go white base or Golo white base or something like that. You know what I mean? It's more of a ground attack style base, and P.E.K.K.A.s could wrap around the sides and just take out everything. And I just don't. I thought I had the wrong army comp for it, to be honest.
I mean, if I were to hit this base, I would definitely be more surgical than most Town Hall 8s are accustomed to, because there's so much that could go wrong. I mean, there's a lot of places where bombs could really just throw off this attack, so I'm pretty interested to see how it plays out.
Well, it's pretty ugly, so let's hit the play button.
All right, hit and play. Now, I don't think you can get a lure here, can you? No, so you went ahead and used CC. Now, I would have held off on those CC, and I would have used my own there because you're wasting level 5.
Oh, I know, but it's just so easy to use them, you know?
Yeah.
And you're right, though. Cool. So let's fast forward through that poison.
Stagger poison. Okay, dragon's down for me. Golem's down, king. Okay, so the funnel's nice and wide.
Yep, I wanted it nice and wide.
Some wall breakers here. I'm interested to see if this king redirects.
He is not going to redirect.
Okay. Okay, so then come the hogs early. I like that. Go ahead and maybe keep a little bit of the kill squad alive.
Yeah, I like to keep my kill squad alive, actually.
2-finger trap, first kill. I would have held from that first kill because really at that point, all you have hitting you is mortars, right?
Oh, okay.
That's one thing I might would have done.
And I dropped this other one just because, and I shouldn't have because nothing was really hitting me. But at the time, I looked at the base, I knew there wasn't a whole lot left.
Well, that third hill was really clutch. I mean, you hit 2 bombs inside the hill. I mean, at that point, the base is gone. Like, you finished the base off, so that's really good. I mean, I wouldn't call it sloppy. I'd say it's pretty good. You got your hogs right to the core where they're nice and safe. I don't think you needed to hill, but you did. And then that third hill was just exactly where you needed it to be.
You think I could have swaggered this base, Brad?
Yeah, I definitely think so. But I mean, when you're going in at fresh, it's always a little bit of a concern.
It was a fresh hit. This was a fresh hit. As you could tell, my kill squad didn't get anything going in like I'd hoped for, and that's why I told you I really hate when the kill squad doesn't get a bomb going in. So, and this is me too, Brad. So I'm going to let you wrap up this work recap with Dragunov, and I'll stop
Okay.
there and pause it. It's as you can see, it's a low level, supremely rushed Town Hall 9. It does have a queen, but it is really still just really a Town Hall 8 with an expo, and a pitiful one at that.
Yeah. Very pitiful. I mean, well, except for the air traps, you could drag this base too.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So when I look at this base, here's what I think. The first thing I think is, oh God, where the heck are these bombs at? Because they're nowhere in the core.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to deal with you're gonna have to deal with odd bomb spots. So I'm gonna assume there's one by the queen, maybe two by the queen, just because that's an assumption, but you never really know. But when you look in the center of the space, you see there's 3 mortars and a bunch of storages, which means when your hogs are in that middle, they're completely safe. Nothing's going to kill you. And this is a really good base for an 8 to hit up at.
Right, so, right.
Interested to see what kind of traps he has placed here, because this is pretty crazy, man. You ready to go?
Yeah, sure. Hit the button.
All right. I'm at 3-3 right now.
Yep.
All right, king's down, and you hit a bomb right away.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Killed the queen, and look at there. Poison in the CC. And we'll fast forward that.
All right, so poison, fast forward.
And look at there. Do you see that bomb?
Oh, wow, yeah. So now you have 2 out of the way. You have 1 more to worry about. At this point, you can swag this base because you know.
Hey, actually, I got 2 more to worry about. There's another one right there.
Hall 9, you're right.
Yeah. So
and
now,
goes one right there.
Yep, my hogs got beat up going in, which concerned me greatly, by the way.
I would have dropped one little teaser hog before I dropped the group, probably.
I know, and I get on Bailey about that, and I did it. I messed up, so there you go. And look at that bad heel right there. That's it's terrible.
That's not bad. The second hill's fine, I think. And that golem is still doing work for you out there, man.
Yeah, he's tanking. He is definitely tanking. Now, I like that last heel spell, Brad. That one was on point.
You could have pushed it up a little bit, but it didn't really matter because you're covering everything right there.
Yep, and that BK is really pestering my hogs right now.
Yeah, he is.
But look, he tries to run away. They're not having it. So that's a wrap on that base. You see, pretty much at that point, it is over. Now, all the big bombs were in ridiculous locations. Whoever built this base has never watched a single YouTube in his entire life on Clash of Clans.
No, they have not. And I'm not sure that they designed it. Maybe their kid designed it. Maybe they are a kid. I mean, I don't know.
Who knows? You're right. That was a terrible base. It's a terrible base. And we had a bunch of extra attacks. We cleared the bottom really quickly on this, and I was able to hit this with my mini, and I don't even think we needed but 1 hit on it. As soon as I hit it, it was over. So yeah, we didn't need to waste any Town Hall 9 attacks on this base.
So I know you're not going to show it, but out of curiosity, what type of attacks do these guys do? Because they obviously don't understand base design. What kind of attacks do they bring?
They were a go wipe clan, pretty much,
okay.
and drags on the bottom.
Okay.
So yeah, that was their MO. It was a bunch of go wipes. But as you can see now, the war came down to 1 star. But what happened? We had a Town Hall 9 come in late, and didn't get but 1 attack in, and so it was one of them things where real life happened, and she wasn't able to get her attacks in until late. So we still won, but it was scary. It was scary. So there you go. I tell you what, Brad, that's going to do it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this recap, and I'm going to say peace out.
Later, man.